You've seen the pro players with perfect aim and the kids with expensive gaming mice and the highest FPS. But the real question is, does it matter? Well, today I broke it down into 3 sections: FPS, expensive mouse versus cheap mouse, and lastly, sensitivity, to test how much it really affects you. But for test 1, we have FPS, so I'll be comparing 60 FPS versus 240, and I'll be playing the same map, and whichever accuracy score is higher will be the winner. So for the first test we're doing, how good is my aim on different FPS? More specifically, how good is my aim on different FPS? I'll be going all the way down to 60, and wow, this already feels terrible. So here's the test on 60 FPS. Now, to be honest, on 60 FPS, it didn't feel too bad, but it definitely felt a little choppy. And on the recording, you can't see, but my frames were actually stuttering, and that was probably the worst part. The accuracy to beat is 48.8%. Now that we're back on 240, hopefully we see an increase in the accuracy. Now, of course, just like we expected, 240 feels much better. Since I got a higher accuracy score, the 240 FPS gets the point. And what's funny is I actually only got like 2% more than my previous score, but it's whatever, I guess I just suck. Anyways, the next test is the expensive mouse versus the cheap mouse. So for the expensive mouse, I'll be using the Logitech G Pro Superlight, and for the cheap mouse, I'll be using this $10 mouse. I don't even know where I got it from. Anyways, I'm excited for this one. This is the Logitech mouse accuracy test. Now, of course, the Logitech felt exactly how you would think, like a premium mouse. Now, I will show you the score at the end because surprisingly, they are pretty close. This is the cheap mouse test. I will tell you, the cheap mouse definitely surprised me. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's bad. Here are the scores side by side, and what's crazy is the cheap mouse actually beat the expensive mouse. So I guess it's safe to say the type of mouse you're using does not affect your aim that much. But anyways, now we're on the last test, which is sensitivity. I'm going to be using my in-game Fortnite sense compared to the custom aim lab sense to see which score is better, and ultimately, does it actually matter? So here is my Fortnite sensitivity. It's using 0.7.7 with my ADS being 100. Now, of course, I picked the hardest game mode to test this on, but I think it was pretty good to test the actual difference in sensitivity. Now I'm going to change this to aim labs and change it all the way down to, let's just do 1. Now we have everything on 1. I mean, I guess we can't even change that, but now we have everything on 1, and we're going to do the same test to see if it changes anything. It definitely felt better, and if I'm being honest, I felt like I was 10 times more accurate. But anyway, here's my results. And I didn't actually know it shows you the difference in your gameplay, but as you can see, I'm just way more accurate on the second run with the aim lab sensitivity. So I guess changing your sensitivity does really help. And what's funny is I actually turned the sensitivity up because on Fortnite, I'm on 0.70, and on this, I changed everything to 1, and my accuracy was much higher. So honestly, I couldn't tell you what that means. Maybe I'm just better on faster sensitivity. I don't know how that makes sense. But anyways, now it's time to break it down and see what truly impacts your aim. In our 3 tests, the 60 FPS beat 240, the cheap mouse beat the expensive, and the high sensitivity beat the low one. Now, what does this tell you? Well, buying the most expensive mouse, the best monitor, or trying to get the perfect sensitivity doesn't matter. In our test, the cheapest option either kept up or won each time. So before you go wasting time looking for the best upgrade or copying pro sensitivity, maybe you should spend some time in aim labs because your gear isn't always what's holding you back. Sometimes it's you.